Hello, today we have our program learning again. We want to go through our topic, that is understanding our preschooling children. Parenting is the process of raising children and providing them with protection, care, in order to ensure they enjoy a balanced development. The major areas of concern, they are the spiritual dimension, psychological part of it, mental, emotional, cognitive skills, psychomotor abilities, moral development, having understanding what is acceptable or what is not acceptable. Yep, parenting comes in various forms, and we have the art of parenting, we have authoritarian parenting, where we apply a lot of force and we are the main authority as parents. Then we have the aspect of those who are democratic and also those ones who are too permissive. When you are permissive, sometimes later in life it becomes very hard to correct your child. What do we understand here? The conclusion of the matter is a parent who is not involved, they make their child to suffer in area of social competence. They are not able to socialize well. They suffer even in academic performance. Their psychological and emotional needs also is affected, and this manifests in their behavior. A parent is supposed to have a unique relationship with their child so that they understand their needs, all of them around emotional, social, educational, and psychological needs. A parent is supposed to identify and see how their children are talented, their abilities, also their cognitive skills. And then parents are supposed to be called teachers also with the caregiver and with the teachers in this preschool age. Beware, these children who are in preschool, how to have them learn is through reinforcing positive attitude and behavior. We also note that these children, when it comes to communication and language skills, they only have what we call short sentences, or they like words that come in a song or a storyline. They can tell one thing that happened during the day, answer simple questions, but preschoolers, we realize that good physical movement is there amongst them. They can able to do some simple games. They can be able to serve themselves with a little bit of help, food and drink. They can be able to unbutton or hold crayon or a pencil. So these children who are there in a playgroup, they should be engaged a lot, and also they need a lot of emotional support, a lot of hugs, and the caregivers, they should also be able to understand them, to show concern and acceptance. These children thinking and learning is not very deep, but they are able to identify colors, pictures, they can tell here, there. But it's good to note that if a child in preschool loses their skills, or there is the rate of growth and development is not really valid, then we should know there is an issue. If you see a child in this age not well interacting with others, then note there is an issue. Is there a physical challenge? Maybe you can tell by the way the child is walking, or they have very low energy. If they are failing to do toileting in the right way, or they get wet during the day, they are not able to follow verbal instructions, they are extremely sad or crying, they are not able to feed, or generally you just have to see a doctor, or you must have that concern. What else do we see? Please let us note the environment, the home, how it is, the language, the exposure, the caregivers. Today, let's know that they are quite varied, and things are changing. You must know the caregiver well at home, the help in the home, and even where you are leaving your child. That is the institution, because you realize some children suffer trauma. A traumatized child will be unable to process information. And then a traumatized child will be fearful, helpless. They can suffer anger, or they become hyper vigilance. So traumatized child has no zeal for doing homework or pray and also engage in practical skills. So the preschooling, parents of the preschoolers, you are called upon to be very watchful and careful. Beware of sexual molestation. So you are called upon to have that security and surveillance. Note who is your neighbor in today's busy, demanding world. Yeah, child care is also important. Note the kind of diet that you are offering to a child. Physical growth is rapid at this age and very sensitive. A child needs a balanced diet, and you are called upon to avoid a lot of processed foods and possibly be careful the sources of the foods you purchase, the standards, and also the chemicals and the quality of the foods that you are offering at home. What about the media? Today we have seen our children, they are exposed to our phones, there is a TV, there is YouTube, and these children understand. Most of us, or the parents, what they do even as they are taking care of the children, they do a lot of programs on their phones, to contain their children. But what about this? Are these children getting to be so focused on media that they may be losing some part of humanity or the actual real understanding? So it is us to be very watchful on this, because some children will only concentrate on what they see, but then at a point their cognitive skills are affected. You realize their concentration span in class, when someone else is talking or giving instructions, they are not able because of too much of TV. So preschoolers, it's a beautiful group to be with. The beauty of preschoolers is that these young children, they come when their brains are generally empty, or we call it tabula rasa for the psychologists. But we are the ones who feed their brains with information. So we can either feed them with positive information or negative information. And note that these children at the formative stage, whatever they hear, whatever they see, whatever language they are exposed to, the places they go to, it leaves a great mark in their brain, and it leaves a great mark for their foundation in years to come. And some of these are some of these psychological issues that manifest later when they get to their teenage or as they grow. So it is important to know more about child protection rights. It's good to understand also within our today's world, how do you take care of your child? How are you taking care of their mental health, cognitive abilities, their social health? Yes, even their spiritual health. It is very, very key, so that you train them on things of faith, because faith will keep them learning even in the future. Yeah, you teach, okay, I just learn, but we do it together. It remains in the mind, it works out. The mind is wired just according to reinforcement. Let us reinforce behavior in a positive way. Let's be the people who are instructing our children, and most of it all, let us be available. Availability of the parent and the foster parent or the guardian makes a difference, and that is what creates that aspect of a human heart, a human attitude, and a morally upright child. And in this way, you see the child is able to learn the sound moral values when we are available, and we don't let them too much to be molded by the world and the outside there. Thank you very much. You can call on us. We deal with children who are undergoing some form of traumatic experiences, and you can call on Al-Alert Consultancy 0743 500 485. Thank you.